Have you struggled with being consistent? Do you find it hard to keep things going when the motivation starts to fade? Are you constantly riding the all or nothing wave because you can't stay on track and keep the momentum going? Then stay locked in, because I'm going to show you how I get my clients over those exact hurdles. In this 3-part series, I'm going to be tackling the main consistency issues around diet, exercise, and motivation, providing you with real tips that work in the real world for busy people that struggle with their fitness goals. Starting with diet. And if this sounds good to you, then make sure you hit subscribe. First things first, in order to be consistent, we need to focus on your mindset. This all or nothing mentality that you've had has to go. The big problem you've got with all or nothing is you're either making some progress or you're killing your progress. If you're gonna keep jumping between the two, then it's impossible to be consistent, because you're usually spending more time killing your progress than you are making it. So we have to end that cycle. Now, in order to do that, we need to find balance between your social habits and your fitness goals. So rather than thinking you've got to be all in, super strict, or on a squeaky clean diet, there has to be balance. You have to be able to socialize. You have to be able to have a drink. You have to be able to eat your favorite foods. We just need to do it in a way that balances out with the physique that you're after or the body weight you're trying to maintain. If you can lock down the key principles that are going to help you to get your goals, then you can start fitting in the little bits that you like here and there, as long as you're able to maintain the results that you want. It all depends on what physique you're trying to build, how lean you're trying to get, and how quickly you're trying to do it. Now, if you're trying to keep consistent, you've got to get the right amounts that balances the things you like with the result that you're trying to get. Now, getting on to your social habits. This is again where people fall off in consistency, because they think that they can't go out. Everything just falls apart and the results go through the floor. So one of the first things we need to look at is how often do you socialize? Now, you might feel that you don't go out that much. So if you're only going out once a week or once or twice a month and still not losing weight, then you need to put your attention onto your daily habits. The meals that you're eating, the snacks that you're having, and what you're doing at home. Now, for those of you that are out more consistently, whether that's meeting up with friends for dinner or whether that's going out to restaurants, what are you ordering? Are you ordering extras? Do you order extra sides? Alcohol consumption, they're the things that you need to look at and manage if you're going out consistently. You also need to look at where you're going. Are you going somewhere that is going to help you stick with your fitness goals, or are you going somewhere that's going to leave you with nothing healthy that you can order, or that's going to leave you really struggling with willpower to not order something that you know is going to be detrimental? So putting yourself in a position where you're now becoming more conscious about where you will and won't go is going to go a long way to helping you stay consistent. Think of it as if you're saving for a mortgage or saving for spending money on a holiday. As you get closer to that holiday, you're going to start picking and choosing where you go. I've already been out like twice this week, so I'm going to turn down this invitation. Or I was a bit carefree when I was last out, so I'm going to be a little bit stricter this time. Now I'm going to go to this place instead, where they've got healthier foods and I can keep more in line with my fitness goals. They're the balancing acts that you're going to play so that you can socialize without sacrificing your fitness goals. Now we're getting on to alcohol consumption. You do not need to give up alcohol just to lose a bit of weight. The leaner you're going to get, the more it becomes a factor, but at a basic level, it's just something that needs to be slightly tweaked or monitored. How much alcohol are you having on a weekly basis? Be aware or start to monitor how much you're casually drinking, then work on gradually reducing that down. So some of the things that you need to consider is how your habits change after you've had a few drinks. You might need to put yourself on a limit. So say you can have 1-2 drinks, stick to your plan the rest of the night, order what you wanted to order, end that there, and keep disciplined over your food choices, then stick with that. If you start pushing the F it button after 3 drinks and you're ordering extra sides, or you find it hard to say no to that dessert, then you need to stay within your budget so you can stay within control of your decisions. Then the other thing is we're getting on to choosing lower caloric options. So going for a single instead of a double, going for a bottle of beer instead of for a pint. I'd say the biggest one to last. Most of you are not following a simple plan. Most of you cannot stay consistent because the method that you have chosen to follow is way too strict. You're either trying to lose too much weight in too short a period of time, or the method that you are choosing just leaves you so restricted from everything that you enjoy that you actually can't wait to get off it, rather than actually being able to stick with it. If you have got a plan that you cannot follow long term, then you are not going to be able to sustain the results that you got on the plan. Most people think, once I've got the result, then I'll work out making the changes needed to sustain it. But you won't. That's why so many people that lose weight put it back on, because they've done an unsustainable plan to lose the weight and they have no idea how to balance their social life and eating habits in line with the fitness goals that you want. Now, what is a much better and more effective approach, especially for busy adults, is to have a sensible plan that is sustainable, that manages to make maybe a slower but a more gradual, steady and maintainable rate of weight loss that they can actually keep up with long term, versus a plan that might help you lose weight quicker but you cannot stick to, or that you can't wait to get off. Now, this is going to be the most important thing, because your adherence is going to be key. And if it's something that you can't stick to, then your adherence is doomed from the start. Then you keep up with the all or nothing cycle, and then before you know it, you have your next attempt, you fail at that, and then you're back watching another one of these videos. The best plan is going to be one that you can stick to, versus one that's going to give you quick results that you can't keep. So once you've chosen your method, you want to be able to then monitor your results. You want to then assess your eating habits, your alcohol consumption, your social diary, where you're going out for food. And you want to make sure that your progress is making that steady drop. Keeping an eye on your weekly body weight average, not comparing your highest to your lowest, to then know whether you need to make some changes to your weekly plan. Now, if you'd like to know more on how to best monitor your progress and know when to start making changes, then drop me your thoughts in the comments and I'll make a future video on that exact topic. Now, if you've never been on a plan that you could actually stick to, then I will send you over my nutrition structure that I send to my clients. It's the first thing that they get, that they look through, teaching people how to manage their social diary as well as portion control, to get an exact idea of how to create an actionable, realistic plan. Just click on the link in the description and I'll send you that over. Now, if you've enjoyed these tips, please click the like button, subscribe and push the notification bell so you can catch my future videos. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one in part 2, where we tackle consistency with exercise.